Hey guys, once again welcome back to the new video. In this video we are going to create an awesome looking social media pop-up animation that is super easy to create inside of Adobe After Effects. You can use this animation in your videos to increase your subscribers and followers in very creative way. I am Vikas from Skyline Motions, and without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, so here we are in Adobe After Effects, and if you are new on this channel, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification for more interesting videos, and also hit the like button for this video. And now let's start by creating a new composition. So click on this new composition button, or you can just go over here and take a new composition, and this is going to be our main composition. So let's call it main. Set the size of this composition maybe 1920 in width, 1080 in height, and now we have to select a frame rate. So in this case I am using this 60 frame per second for smooth animation, and we have to set the duration of this composition maybe 6 seconds long, which is good enough. You can select the background color black, hit OK. And now let's create a rectangular shape right over here. So we have to select the rectangle tool, click on fill, set it to solid color. Let's select a pure white color. Hit OK, click on stroke and set it none. After that, let's create a rectangular shape just like this. Open this rectangle 1, open this rectangle path 1, and here we have the width and height. Click on this button and unlink this width and height. Set the width value 500, height value 800. And let's increase the roundness. So I'm going to set the value 30. Now you can close the layer. Select the layer, and here we have to set the anchor point in the center of the shape layer. So select the move tool first, and then hold Ctrl on the keyboard and just double click on this pan behind tool, and now the anchor point is in center. And after that we have to align this shape in the center of this frame. So select the move tool, go to align. If you don't have this align, then go to window and check this option align, and then you can align the shape in the center just like this. And now we need some asset for these animations. So just go to this project window, right click on that, go to import file, and let's select Instagram logo, which is a PNG logo. We have to select a profile picture. So I'm using this profile picture. You can use any profile picture or your brand logo, and we need a mouse pointer. So I'm going to use this mouse pointer, maybe mouse cursor, which is also a PNG file. Let's import it. And I will give you a link in the description for these assets, so you can download these assets for practice. And now we have to import the Instagram logo on this main composition. So just select this Instagram logo. Let's drag and drop into this main composition. And after that we have to pre-compose it. So right click on this Instagram logo, click on pre-compose. This is going to be the Instagram logo placeholder. So you can call it logo placeholder. Check this first option, leave all attributes in main, and hit OK. After that we have to down the size a little bit, so hit S on the keyboard to open this scale property. Let's set the scale value maybe 75. And now you can place the Instagram over here. So hold shift on the keyboard and press up arrow key and set it right over here maybe. So this is the logo placeholder. You can double click on that, and if you want to replace your logo, then you have to place the logo inside of this composition. Alright, and now you can close the layer, and here we have to create a profile picture. So we have to take a new composition. Just go to the composition, take a new composition. This is going to be the logo or profile picture placeholder, so you can call it profile. And we have to set the width maybe 500 pixel, height 500 pixel. Leave the setting as it is, hit OK. And now we have the new composition, and inside of this profile composition we have to import any profile picture or your brand logo. So I'm using this profile picture. Let's drag and drop into this profile composition, hit S on the keyboard and fit the profile picture inside of this composition just like this. Now you can close the profile and the logo placeholder. After that, let's import the profile composition into this main composition just like this. And after that we have to make it circular or round. So what we have to do, we have to create a circular shape. So just double click on this blank area, and here we have to select the ellipse tool. And let's create a circular shape by holding Ctrl, Shift and Alt like this. Let's open the ellipse 1, open the ellipse path 1, and here we have the size. So I'm going to set the value 275 pixel. And now you can close the shape layer. Right click on this shape layer, click on rename, call it circle. And we have to set the circle over here. So select the move tool first, and you can change the color of the shape, maybe any color that you like. And now let's place the circle right over here, and we have to align the circle. So click on this align horizontally, and then select the profile picture, click on toggle switch edge, and here we have the track matte. So change this track matte to alpha matte, and we will get something like this. Now select the profile picture, hit S on the keyboard. You can down the size and fit the profile picture inside of the circle. So I'm going to set the value maybe 65%. Hold shift on the keyboard and press up arrow key and set the profile picture in the center of the circle, just like this. And now we have to create border around the edges. So select the circle layer, hit Ctrl D on the keyboard to duplicate, turn on the visibility of this circle, right click on that, click on rename, and this is going to be the stroke. So let's call it a stroke. Select the stroke layer, click on fill, set it to none, click on this stroke, set it to solid color, and let's set the value 8 pixel. Alright, it's looking like this, but we need to create Instagram gradient color on this circle. So what we have to do, hit Ctrl and scroll up to zoom in, place it like this, and then go to effect and preset and search for gradient ramp. So this is the gradient ramp effect. Let's apply this gradient ramp on this stroke layer, and here we have the gradient point. So let's move the gradient point and set it over here maybe, and we have the another gradient point right over here. So move the gradient point and set it right over here. After that, we have to select the Instagram color. So let's click on this start color, and I'm going to select this red color just like this. And now we have the int color, so I'm going to select the int color maybe orange, hit OK. And now we have the Instagram theme color, which is looking absolutely perfect. After that, we have to type the username right over here. So just double click on this blank area, select the text tool. For the username, I'm using this Century Gothic font style, which is my favorite font style, but you can select any font style that you like. Set it to bold and click over here and type your username. Hit Ctrl A to highlight all, and for this one we have to select the black color just like this. Now let's increase the size a little bit. So I'm going to set the value maybe 70%. And now let's align the text in the center. So select the move tool, select the username text, go to align, click on this align horizontally. Alright, and now hold shift on the keyboard, press down arrow key and set it like this. You can increase the size a little bit, so select the username, go to character, and now let's increase the size and set it to 75 pixel. Now it's looking perfect. After that, you can type the followers count over here. So we have to select the text tool again. You can type the follower number. So I'm going to type 10.2k followers. Hit Ctrl A to highlight all. For this one, I'm going to use this Gotham font style. You can select any font style that you like. And now let's down the size and set the value maybe 35 pixel. Let's align into the center. We have to set the color maybe dark gray color, just like this. Hit OK. Now select the move tool and select the follower text. Hold shift and press up arrow key and set it like this. After that, we have to create a follow button right over here. So what we have to do, let's select the rectangle tool again, and let's create a rectangular button just like this. Click on fill, set it to solid color, click on stroke and turn off the stroke. Alright, now let's open the rectangle one, open this rectangle path 1. and here we have the size. So we have to unlink the width and height, and let's set this width value maybe 320, height value maybe 90. We have to increase the roundness, so I'm going to set the value maybe 10. Now you can close the layer and select the shape layer, right click on that, click on rename, and this is going to be the button, so I'm going to call it button. After that, let's align it to the center just like this, and then we have to type follow text over here. So select the text tool, click over here and type follow. Hit Ctrl A to highlight all, and let's select the white color, and we have to select a font style. So for the button, I'm going to use Century Gothic. So this is the Century Gothic font style. Let's increase the size a little bit. So I'm going to set the value maybe 50 pixel. Now let's align the text in the center just like this. And now select the move tool, select the follow text and set it in the center by pressing the arrow key just like this. Now it's looking perfect. After that, select the button and the follow text, right click on that, click on pre-compose, and let's call it button. Check the second option, move all attributes into the new composition, hit OK. And now let's open the button, and we have to apply fill effect on this button. So select the button layer, go to effect and preset and search for fill. So this is the fill effect. Let's apply this fill on this button, and we have to select the blue color for follow. So let's select this type of color, which is looking like Instagram follow button, hit OK, and then go to the center of this composition, maybe on 3 seconds, right over here, select both the layers, hold Ctrl Shift and press D on the keyboard to split the layer from the center just like this, and we have to change the text. So select the second copy, select the text tool, click over here and type following just like this, and we have to change the color of the button. So select the move tool, select the second button layer, and for this one we have to change it to the green color just like this, hit OK. And now we have the follow, following, follow, following button. All right, and now just go to the main composition, and we have to create a click animation for this follow button. So just go to the center of this animation right over here on the 3 second, hit S on the keyboard to open this scale property, and now you can animate the button, but we have to set the anchor point in the center of this button. So hit Ctrl Z to go back, and now we have to select the pan behind tool, turn on the snapping, and let's drag this anchor point and set it in the center of this follow button. Select the move tool, and now click on this stopwatch button to create a keyframe on a scale property. Go to 10 frame back in time, maybe on 2 second and 50 frame. Add one more keyframe and lock the value as it is. Go to 10 frame forward in time, maybe 3 second and 10 frame right over here. Add a keyframe and lock the value as it is. Select all the keyframes, hit F9 to easy ease them. Now just go to the center of this animation, maybe on 3 second. Click over here and deselect all the keyframes, and let's change the value and set it to 90%. And now we will get this type of click animation. Alright, and now you can close the layer. You can click on fit button, and after that we have to create a final animation. So select all the layers, right click on that, click on pre-compose, and this is going to be the animation composition, so I'm going to call it animation. Check the second option, move all attributes into the new composition, hit OK. After that, hit S on the keyboard to open this scale property. Let's down the size a little bit, so I'm going to set the value maybe 80%. Hit P on the keyboard to open this position property, and let's drag this animation and set it right over here on the left hand side just like this, and then go to on 2 second, and click on this stopwatch button to create a keyframe and lock the position value as it is. Go to on 4 second, add a keyframe and lock the value as it is. Go to the end of this animation and let's drag the shape outside of this frame. So set the X value maybe -500. Go to very first frame of this animation and set the value -500. And we will get something like this. Alright, select all the keyframes just like this. Hit F9 to easy ease them. Go to your graph editor. If your graph editor not looking like this, then right click on that and check this option, edit a speed graph. Alright, and after that, select this point, hold this handle and let's drag it like this. Select this point, hold this handle and drag it like this. And now we will get this smooth animation. Just like this. Now you can close the graph editor. After that, we have to animate the mouse pointer. So just go to the project window and here we have the mouse pointer. Let's drag the mouse pointer into this main composition just like this. Hit S on the keyboard to open this scale property and let's down the size of this mouse pointer and set the value maybe 10%. Alright, and now you can place the mouse pointer right over here and we have to animate the mouse pointer. So just go to on 2 second, hit P on the keyboard to open this position property. Click on this stopwatch button to create a keyframe on position property and lock this value. Go to on 4 second, add one more keyframe and lock the value. Go to the end of this animation and let's drag the mouse pointer outside of this frame just like this. And go to very first frame of this animation and do the same thing. Let's drag the mouse pointer outside of this frame. And now select all the keyframes by dragging like this. Hit F9 to easy ease them and then go to your graph editor, hold this handle and let's drag the handle just a little bit and do the same thing for this one. So select this point, hold this handle and let's drag it just like this. And then you can close the graph editor. You can close the layer. And now it's looking like this, but we have to create a time gap between this animation and the mouse pointer. So select the pointer layer, hit U on the keyboard to open these active keyframes. And we have to create a time gap of half a second. So place the CTI on frame number 30, which is equal to half a second according to 60 frames per second. Select these keyframes and drag it on frame number 30. Just place the CDI on 3.5 seconds. Select both the keyframes and set it over here. And now we will get very interesting animation. Alright. And after that we have to create click animation for this mouse pointer. So just set the CTI on 3 seconds right over here. Hit S on the keyboard to open this scale property. Click on this stopwatch button to create a keyframe on a scale property. Go to 10 frame back in time, maybe on 2 second and 50 frame. Lock the value as it is. Go to 10 frame forward in time on the 3 second and 10 frame right over here. Add one more keyframe and lock the value. Select all the keyframe, hit F9 to easy ease them. You can click on this blank area and deselect all the keyframe. Go to the center of these two keyframes on 3 second and let's down the size a little bit. So set the value maybe 8%. And now we have the click animation. Let's do one more thing. Just click on these toggle switches and turn on the motion blur for these two layers. And finally, it's done. Alright, and now let me show you how you can switch between different social media without doing all the stuff again and again. So it's very simple. We have to select all the layers and drag it on this folder icon and place all the layers inside of this folder, and let's call it Instagram. Hit OK, and as you can see we have all the layers inside of this Instagram folder. And after that we have to save the file. So just go to file, go to save as, select a location and let's say Instagram. Click on save, and after that we have to import the After Effects file. So just right click on this project window, go to import file, and here we have the Instagram After Effect file. So select the After Effect project file and click on import. And here we have the another folder. So just right click on this second folder, click on rename, and this is going to be the YouTube because I want to convert this Instagram into YouTube. You can convert it into Twitter, TikTok, whatever you want, but I'm using YouTube, so I'm going to call it YouTube. Now you can open the folder, and inside of this we have another folder, so you can rename it as well. And here we have the main composition for the YouTube. So let's open the main composition first, and this is the another main composition. Let's open the animation folder, and here we have to change the Instagram logo first. So here we have the logo placeholder. Let's double click on that, and here we have the Instagram logo. Now we have to replace the logo with the YouTube. So just right click on this project window, go to import file, and here we have the YouTube logo. You can import any logo that you like and click on import. And here we have the YouTube PNG file. So let's drag this YouTube logo inside of this logo placeholder. You can delete the Instagram. Hit S on the keyboard to open this scale property, and let's down the size a bit and fit this YouTube logo just like this. Now you can close the logo placeholder, and here we have the YouTube logo. After that, we have to change the color of this profile stroke. So here we have the stroke layer. Select this layer, go to effect control, and here we have the gradient ramp. So turn off the gradient effect, and now we have to select a single red color because YouTube has a single color. So what we have to do, just select the stroke layer, select the move tool, and here we have the stroke color. So click on this stroke, select the red color just like this, hit OK. Now it's looking perfect. And then you can change the profile picture as well. So here we have the profile placeholder. You can replace your profile picture, and here we have the username. So you can type the username for YouTube. Here we have the text layer. You can rename it, and you can change the number of followers or number of subscribers. So select the text tool, and for this one we have to type 10.2k subscribers just like this. And finally we have to change the button. So this is the button, just double click on that. Let's open it up, and for the YouTube we have to type subscribe and the subscribed. So select the first text layer, let's type subscribe. You can decrease the size a little bit, so hit Ctrl A to highlight all, and let's set the value maybe 45 pixel, and let's align the text in the center. So select the subscribe and hit up arrow key and set it in center just like this. And now we have to type subscribed. Hit Ctrl A to highlight all, and let's down the size and set it to 45 pixel. And now let's align the text in the center just like this. Alright, and after that we have to change the color. For YouTube we have to change the color to red. So select the move tool first. Here we have the fill. So select the first shape layer, click on this, and let's select the red color, hit OK. And for the second one we have to select the gray color. So select the second shape layer, and let's select the dark gray color just like this, hit OK. And now we have the subscribe and the subscribed. Alright, you can close the button layer, and finally you can click on fit button, and here we have the another social media pop-up animation for YouTube. Alright, and now you can close the animation, and here we have the YouTube, and here we have the Instagram. And now I'm going to arrange both the social media in same composition. So we have to take a new composition. Let's call it final. Let's set the value 1920 in width, 1080 in height, and we have to set the duration maybe 12 seconds for both the animation. And finally let's open the Instagram, and here we have the main composition for Instagram. Let's drag and drop into this final composition, and here we have the main composition for the YouTube. So let's drag and drop into this final composition. You can arrange these layers just like this. And now it's almost done, as you can see. So just go to very first frame, go to full screen, and let's have a look. Alright, so it's looking awesome, and that's all for this tutorial. I hope you guys like it. If you like it, then hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification for more interesting videos, and also hit the like button for this video. My name is Vikas and I will see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.